Children of billionaires have access to a world that many can't even begin to fathom. Some, like Jennifer Gates, the daughter of Bill Gates, and Eve Jobs, the daughter of Steve Jobs, used their fortunes to pursue passions like schooling, both went to Stanford, and competing in equestrian events. Keep watching this video to take a look inside the lives of billionaire kids. Do the rich prefer doing their own household chores? Although the world of the super wealthy may be filled with private jets, enormous mansions, and more money than most people could ever imagine, billionaires' daily lives actually look a little more ordinary than one might anticipate, at least based on the findings of a recent Forbes survey. Although they could easily outsource, many billionaires still choose to perform at least some household chores and other domestic tasks. According to a survey of 65 of the world's wealthiest people, 40% of respondents said they regularly cook and walk their dogs, while more than a third said they regularly do both. More than half of the respondents said they regularly attend sporting events involving their kids or grandchildren. Perhaps it stems from the instinct to compete. However, the survey suggests that even the super rich have their limits. Only 10% of those surveyed said they regularly do yard work, proving that money does not necessarily equal green thumbs. Only 8% of the billionaires said they typically do laundry, making it the only task that was less popular. There are many reasons why at least some super rich people still carry out these commonplace tasks. The number 2 and number 4 richest men in the world, Jeff Bezos of Amazon and Bill Gates of Microsoft, who are each estimated to be worth $105 billion and $146.8 billion respectively, have both previously talked about how they wash the dishes every night. In a 2014 Reddit Q&A, Gates simply stated, "Other people volunteer, but I like the way I do it." Do the rich also love shopping at Home Depot like every average Joe? Some people use doing chores as a way to unwind after work, such as real estate investor Charles Cohen, whose estimated $3.6 billion empire consists of high-end office buildings in New York City and the theater chain Landmark Theaters. Cohen recently called and said, "It's funny you bring this up, because I'm just driving back from Home Depot right now with some extra sprinklers and light bulbs." Cohen, the real estate mogul, described tasks like grocery shopping and grilling as a great way to break up the week. Cohen said he grew up in the Westchester suburbs of New York with a housekeeper, and that he and his wife try to do more of the work around the house, in part to set an example for their children. It's all about doing the things you enjoy doing and creating a lifestyle that defines the way you are and the way you want your children to perceive you, and the values you want them to embrace, Cohen said. Not that he and his family live a frugal life. They own a 39-acre Connecticut estate with a private screening room and a vineyard in France. Billionaires' kids don't always indulge in such humble activities. Jeff Green, the Palm Beach-raised real estate mogul, who first made his fortune shorting subprime mortgages during the Great Recession, insists that while his kids are pretty down-to-earth, most household chores and tasks are handled by his staff. "I'm running a multi-billion-dollar business. I have a lot going on, so it's obviously not the best use of my time to be doing stuff around the house that I could hire someone to do," he said. This is the same reason why he prefers his kids to take care of their daily tasks and then devote themselves to quality family time. When he has his time outside of work, Green said he prioritizes spending time with his 3 young children, who he drives to and from school each day. "We're very involved with our kids," he said, adding, "It's nice to do. Compared to fighting with some contractor about a deadline, I'd rather be stuck with my kids." The Gates and Jobs kids spend time in a different way too. Last year, Jennifer Gates graduated from Stanford University, where undergraduate tuition cost $50,703 for the 2018 to 2019 school year. Gates loves to travel. Her Instagram feed shows she's been everywhere from Lake Como in Italy to Barcelona to Australia. Sometimes she even charters a yacht during her trips. Gates is also an accomplished equestrian. To support her passion, her father reportedly dropped $37 million of property in Wellington, Florida, a hotspot for wealthy equestrians. Like Gates, Eve Jobs is an equestrian. Her mother, Lauren Powell Jobs, bought her a $15 million ranch in Wellington. Jobs also bought a stallion named Chill RZ in 2016, according to the Chronicle of Horse. Jobs also travels. She seems to have an affinity for Italy, with Instagram posts showing her vacationing in places like Positano, Sicily, and Florence. Last year, Jobs went to Lollapalooza, where a 4-day pass cost more than $400. How other billionaire kids live their best lives. Jobs and Gates aren't the only billionaire daughters who are equestrians. Georgina Bloomberg, the daughter of Michael Bloomberg, is also a decorated equestrian. Over the years, she's purchased 13 horses. Bloomberg must love adventure. She's traveled to Paris, Bermuda, and the coast of France. Polly Branson, daughter of Richard Branson, is also adventurous. She prefers experiences over material items, having climbed Mont Blanc in Europe, run marathons, attempted a sailing record, and signed up to go to space. Her brother Sam Branson also takes part in the family's adventures. He went all out with a nearly royal wedding, a 5-day affair in South Africa in 2013, to Isabella Calthorpe. Some children of billionaires spend their money more lavishly than others. Peter and Harry Brandt, the two sons of Peter Brandt Sr., the chairman and CEO of White Birch Paper, are New York socialites known to live the Gossip Girl life. Peter really indulged in the billionaire life over the summer. Last June, he attended horse races in France, and he spent the 4th of July boating around New York City.